I'm a registered healthcare practitioner. I have been for many years, and I have had thousands of clients through my consultation. And then I have experienced that by far the most people have a Candida infection. It affects people in very many ways. It can be anything from allergies, asthma, eczema, all kinds of skin problems, psoriasis, all kinds of digestion problems, diarrhea or constipation or sluggish stomach. If you don't go to the toilet every day, it can be headaches, tiredness, fatigue, cravings for sugar and unhealthy foods, and pains anywhere, and on a longer term it can give you serious medical diagnosis. And recently 2 researchers have found out that it is also behind cancer. So it's a very good idea to do an effort to get rid of this Candida infection. There is a lot of healthcare practitioners who are aware of this infection, but in general they are not quite aware how it is acting and how you get completely to the bottom of the problem. This Candida is a fungus. It comes from the colon, where it is supposed to be, together with all other kinds of fungi and more than 1,000 different kinds of bacteria. They all have contribution with your digestion system, so they need to be there. And they all live like loose cells in the gut system and come out in the toilet all the time. If you just once in your life have some troubles with your intestinal flora, and that could, for example, just be some tiny little period with penicillin. Penicillin is made to kill bacteria. It also kills a lot of the bacteria that are supposed to be in our colon. So that is really bad news, because then the fungi gets big party, because now you don't have all these bacteria to fight, so the fungi can just spread out. And then this specific fungus called Candida is different, because it can change the way of growth. From being little loose cells coming out in the toilet all the time, it now starts to make long threads, mycelium it's called, and then it fastens down in the colon. And then it doesn't come out in the toilet anymore, so now it can just spread and spread for a lifetime. It starts spreading in the colon, of course, but then it goes through the mucous membrane and out in the bloodstream. And then you have it all over your body. And it grows anywhere where it's nice and warm and humid, and that's actually everywhere in the body. So therefore it can give a lot of troubles around in your body. So it's a very good idea to get rid of it. There are a lot of examples and descriptions and diets out there to find how to get rid of it. But many of them are not aware that you can go to the bottom of the problem. You can rather easily fight it down out in the body, where your immune defense system fights this Candida all the time. It's not supposed to be there, so you have a fight against it all the time. But in the bottom of the colon, where the root is, there is no immune defense system fighting it, because it's supposed to be there. And that's why it can be pretty tough to get to the bottom of the problem. But if you get some good food supplements, you can get to the bottom of the problem in a rather easy way. I would call it a rather normal but healthy diet for a month. Then you can be completely free from that problem, maybe for the rest of your life. Garlic is very good, very healthy. Eat it if you like it. fungi cannot take any garlic. It will kill fungus in the body where the immune defense system fight it all the time. So eat garlic if you like it, but like all other foods, it will be digested on the way down. It will not go all the way to the bottom of the problem in the colon. So therefore you need to take some small hard-coated garlic pills on empty stomach. Then they can go through the system before they get digested and before the digestion system starts at all. And then some good fish oil, omega-3, is very good to stop the mycelium growth. And some extra bacteria to fight the fungi is also a good idea for most people if you need them, if you miss them. And then some aloe vera juice. Aloe vera is very healthy and it helps rinsing out the whole stuff and healing up the mucous membranes again after this infection. Then you will get as good as new. Some people might not get fibers enough in their diet, and they would also need to take in extra fibers. You can eat better food with more fibers, like whole grain and vegetables like cabbage and broccoli, but you can of course also get fibers in pills. It is a very good idea if you would go to a kinesiologist and have a test exactly what you need, because it can be different from person to person exactly what you need. But the problem is a lot of kinesiologists are not quite aware of this infection, and they might even have the Candida infection themselves, and then they are not, maybe not quite the best to test the problem. But in general, my opinion is that a good dosage for adults is 6 tablets of the best garlic pills. But it's not any garlic pill you can take, like raw garlic for example, or raw tablets. You can take that, but it will be digested on the way down. It will not go to the bottom of the colon. So they have to be really hard-coated and really strong garlic pills to make that job. And it's the same with omega-3. There are lots of different products out there. They are not quite good, all of them. There is very big difference between them. And the same with the other stuff. There are lots of different kinds of bacteria on the market, and lots of them are not very strong. And the aloe vera juice, there are also many different products on the market. So I would like to share with you the best products and the right amount for you to get. So if you are really interested in this, please drop me an email so I will give you personal advice about which products to buy and how many products you will probably need, and the homepage to where you can buy the products also. And therefore I need to know your country, because it might be different, it is different homepages in different countries, and different products you can get different places. So please drop me an email. My mail address is l@desunde.dk. And of course, I will send you the complete diet as well. You need to avoid sugar. Added sugar is very bad for you anyway, no matter what, and it's favorite food number 1 for the Candida fungus. You need to avoid normal modern wheat flour and pork and veal and coffee and black tea and vinegar and alcohol, but I will send you the specific diet.